What is up, Block? Feenix here, and welcome back to another Farming Simulator 25 Feenix moment. This is where we talk about everything from last week, everything from this week, and so on. But before we get into last week, you guys know we have to start by thanking some very awesome people. These are people who help support the channel every single month, and one of the perks of supporting the channel is you get your name shouted out at the beginning of every Feenix moment. So without further ado, let's run down this list of awesome people. We have at our ultimate flock tier, Mr. Jackson Modden. At our elite flock tier, we have Firefire Romney, Tech Guy 191, JT Pethards Gaming, Cast Pajamas, Cook County Fire Photography, and Battalion Chief Matt Carter. At our basic flock tier, we have Zenith Harris, Tyler Mitchell, John Beckert, and Sean Barnes. Thank you guys so very much for your continued support. It does mean a lot to me, and as always, I love your faces. Now let's move on to our comment of the week, and this one comes from Mr. Balls Hog 3548. He commented on my post about the me losing power last Friday, and he says, I didn't know you like WWE. Yeah, I do. I've said a few times that I'm not going to live stream on pay-per-view nights just so I can go watch pay-per-view. Like Royal Rumble was my favorite match. Like the Royal Rumble, like it's my favorite pay-per-view by all means because it has my favorite match, which is the Royal Rumble in it. So yeah, I enjoyed WWE. I lost interest in like 2004 2005 ish, like the John Cena era when he was like the top guy. I lost interest in that era, and then what actually got me back into wrestling was when JR and Tony Schiavone were the announcers on AEW. I was like, those are two voices from my childhood. You have the WCW main voice and you have the WWE main voice. So AEW in 2019 got me back into watching wrestling, and then when all the pay-per-views were free on Peacock, I started watching every pay-per-view. Now I can watch Raw on Netflix. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. So yeah, that's the answer. Sorry that was longer than usual, but there's your answer. I do enjoy wrestling. It's not just WWE. I do enjoy wrestling. I enjoy both brands. I do think AEW is kind of lost a little bit of its luster, but some of my favorite guys are still over in AEW, so I do support them by watching their shows, even if I don't necessarily enjoy all of it. But anyway, thanks for your comment. If you guys want your comment read here, just make it interesting, stand out from the rest, and this is the ones I usually pick. So before we get into last week and what all happened last week, let's rewind to the week before, the Friday before the Royal Rumble, which was not this past weekend, the weekend before, when my live stream just kind of abruptly ended. I recorded my Feenix moment for last week prior to that happening, which I need to stop doing because it's like every single time I do that, something crazy happens, and then I don't get to talk about it until the week after that. So let's rewind it to not this past Friday, the Friday before. My stream abruptly ended because my entire town lost power. I'm not even joking when I say it. My entire town from like all along the main strip, everything was in total darkness. We lost power. A transformer right around the corner from where I live caught fire, and legitimately the power, I heard the bzzzt, and the power went off, and it came back on, and then I heard the zzz again, and the power went back off, and like a minute or so afterwards the fire alarm went off. So I quickly went out with my spotlight flashlight, jumped in the car, and went to get videos of them responding. And as soon as I opened my door, it just, a smell of smoke hit me. I could see the transformer that was on fire from my front door. So as I'm driving home, I noticed the entire, like, usually when we lose power, like where I live, when we lose power, the houses around us lose power, but like the main strip will still have, like, so the main strip of highway through town where like Rural Farms, a gas station for those of you who aren't from the Delmarva area, Hardee's, McDonald's, where all that, they'll still have power. We just won't have it. But everything, the whole town was dark except for the casino, which I'm pretty sure they're on their own like system. So the casino was lit. That's the only lights you could see. The rest of the town was just absolutely dark, and I was like, "Whoa, this is wild." I've seen it. I've seen like my neighborhood and the surrounding houses go dark, but you know, like you can look out and see that like Hardee's is still, this Hardy sign is still lit up. The businesses like Napa and everything still has their lights on and everything, but to see just complete utter darkness was just absolutely wild. And then my neighbor who lives across the way, I don't know how else to put, he's a black guy that was wearing all dark clothes. He had a black beanie on, black and dark brown jacket, black pants, black shoes. I get backed in, and he's standing, like when I get out, he's standing at the front of the vehicle, and he's like, "Hey man," scared the living daylights out of me. I was like, where did he come from? Like, what the hell? So yeah, that was that night. So, and then the following night was WrestleMania, or not WrestleMania, Royal Rumble. So I took the night off to watch the Royal Rumble because, again, my favorite match, my favorite pay-per-view. Had to watch it. It was a bit disappointed in it, not gonna lie. It wasn't my favorite one, but yeah, it had surprises, I guess. As far as last week, though, let's move into last week and what happened last week. So this is where things turn to a darker side here. For the past few weeks, I've been worried about a specific member of my community. I'm not going to mention his name anymore because he doesn't deserve to be mentioned. But there was a member who showed up weekly to my live streams, and I noticed towards the end of November he stopped showing up. And he had told us he had some health problems in the past. So we were really concerned when, here it is now February. We hadn't heard from him since the end of November. We were getting a little bit concerned about his well-being. We didn't know if he, his health problems had flared up again or what have you. Just for us to learn that he has also been arrested for not the same thing that Tyler was arrested for, but similar circumstances. When I say that, involving a child, and now I'm not even gonna sugarcoat this. Tyler and then this guy, I should say these two. I shouldn't mention the other guy's name either. These two people have made it so I really don't enjoy doing this anymore. A lot of people ask me why I don't collab with this person, or I don't allow more people to come hang out and stuff like that. And this is 100% why, because this is the second time now that a member of my community has done unspeakable things, and they don't deserve to be able in my presence. I know it makes me sound like I'm too into myself, but if they were actually in my presence, they probably wouldn't walk out of it, because I do not condone that shit at all. Pardon my language, but I don't. It's sickening, and all this has done is made me who I've been losing interest in YouTube for a while, and a lot of it, I'm not even going to deny, stems from the whole ordeal with the certain someone I mentioned earlier. That whole ordeal has it affected me to the point where I'm like, I don't want to put myself out there anymore to befriend someone, because I consider myself like him one of my best friends at a point. Just for him to turn around and do that, it messed me up for a bit, and it's caused me to lose motivation in the channel. You guys saw that I dropped from 2 videos a day to 1 video a day, and now I'm struggling to get one video up a day, and struggling to even get my important videos up because I don't have any motivation to do it because of the circumstances. And like, that's why I didn't get the mod spotlight up this past week, simply because I'm just disgusted. I'm disgusted that with myself, that I was sitting here worrying about someone who he's been locked up since November. So I wasn't sure. I googled the name, and the first thing that came up was article about someone being arrested in Georgia. I was like, that don't make any sense because I thought he lived in Ohio. So I compared a picture that he had posted of himself next to the mugshot, and I was like, that resembles the guy. Well, at first I was like, well, this guy got arrested at the end of November, so that's about the time he stopped showing up, was the end of November. I was like, so the name matches, the disappearance time matches, and then I compared the two photos, and I was like, that looks a lot like he has a very distinctive spot on his face, and it looked very close. And even my wife was like, yeah, that pretty sure that's him. And then my wife looked a little bit into it more, and the birth dates met. So that was enough for me to know that's 100% who that is. So there's no love lost there now. Like I said, I feel a little sick to myself that I worried about this guy. Meanwhile, he's locked up in jail and deserves to be there for the rest of his life, in my opinion. All these guys do. It's just where I'm at. So if you're wondering why certain videos aren't going up, and so, it's because I have no motivation whatsoever to do them at this point. Hopefully, once this stuff has passed over, there's a renewed interest, and maybe I need the time off from it to renew interest. I don't know. It's just, it's hard when you're sitting there, and that's what 100% what happened with this mod spotlight. I was sitting there I was in the game, sitting there staring at the trucks. That I end up recording it, and it's going to be up for next week. I just sat there. I was like, why am I doing this? Why? Why am I recording this? There's probably the where my brain's at is like, there's probably other people in my community right now that are doing the same exact thing. They just haven't been caught yet. And there's probably others that have been caught. Like we've had some people in the past that are distasteful people. They're not felons like these other two people are, but they're distasteful people. They're disgusting people I didn't want to be around. And that's why you really start to see the group shrink over time. Not everybody who has gone, don't get me wrong, not everybody who has gone are terrible people. There were some amazing people in this channel's past that were great people and still are great people to this day. But there are a few of them that are just moral felons, if that makes any sense. They're I don't know how they live with themselves with some of the stuff they've done. Like I said, it's not against the law, but it should be, because it's just immoral, I guess. I don't know. So that's really why, the group slowly slimmed down to the point where it was just a few of us, and then more and more. As I don't want to add anyone new. I don't want to work with anybody else just because of this nonsense. Anyway, let's move on. That was last week. That sums up last week in a nutshell. That is what's been going on with me in mentally doing this channel. As far as this week, what to expect this week? Well, you're getting a Feenix moment here on Sunday. If you're not watching this, well, you're missing out. I don't know what else to tell you. Monday, I don't know what Monday will be. I haven't really done much as far as the MS911 stuff, because it's very much the same. Like, I've looked at it, and it's just like, I don't know what I want to do here. I don't know. And it sucks. It sucks feeling that way. I have worked on some other stuff, nothing that's worth showing off, because I get to a certain point and I just like I don't want to do this anymore. So I don't know what Monday will be. If there will be a Monday video, we'll see. I might just put that time and effort into, knocking out a couple of the trucks that the amulets right now, just for the, as we're talking about, station 1 just needs lights and to finish the paint job. The car 2 just needs some lights changed and a tag and some paint work, and the rest of it needs a lot of work. But yeah, so maybe I'll just knock those 2 out, and hopefully next week we'll have an update for FS901, or maybe a map to check out. I don't know, but I don't know what Monday's video will be. Tuesday though will be Little Hope. We still have a couple more episodes of that. Wednesday will be hopefully a mod spotlight. I don't know what. There's just not a ton of mods coming out right now. That there's a ton of mods that are just repeated mods, or mods that I have no interest in. So I don't know if I have enough to make a mod spotlight. We'll check it out. We'll see if I can get one together for you guys. But yeah, there's not a ton of like interesting mods, I should say, coming out. Hopefully the good quality stuff comes out by summertime. That'd be great. As far as Thursday goes, more Back for Blood. We still have a couple more episodes of that to get through. And then Friday, hopefully there's a Feenix Plays up. If not, I'm not too concerned, but hopefully there is. As far as live streaming goes, you guys know Sunday is JT's live stream day. If he's not already live streamed, you guys can check out his channel link down below. He usually starts before these go up. He's been playing GTA recently, GTA San Andreas, so he might be playing that, live streaming that if he has time. I don't know. But he plays a lot of like GTA, Construction Sim, Mafia, those type of games. Again, his channel is linked down in the description below this video. Moving on, we have PJs. PJs is moved in and all set up, sorta. His office is not set up like he likes it, but he's set up enough to live stream. He did live stream a little bit last week. We played some PGA. Anything you see on my channel that says with Cast Pajamas in the title is all recorded while he live streams on Thursday night. So if you're interested in checking his POV out, or if you want, you just want to see all the content without being split up over a couple of weeks, you can check out his channel, also linked in the description down below with JT's. And then we move on to Friday, which is Farming Friday for sure. I'll be here. I'll be doing some farming. Yeah, fun times. And then Saturday is the guys' choice night. So if JT and PJs are both here, they get to choose what game they want to play, and then we'll play it. So there's that. But that's going to do it for me for tonight, guys, or for today. If you guys did enjoy the video, do me a huge favor, leave a like down below. It does help me out so very, very much. I do appreciate it so very, very much. If you guys do want to see future Farming Sim 25 Feenix won't, be sure to click that subscribe button. If you guys already notify whenever I do go live or upload a video, click that notification bell. As always, guys, thank you so very, very much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.